Oh, I love how they just showed this. You've heard me describe it before about like how like everybody on the team has their own job, and that's what makes the team great is there's the best of this. Well, and you've heard me mention many a times, like I don't like to go to like all these gatherings or retreats or like all these things that everybody's doing the same thing. Like it feels like robotic or regurgitated, or it's just grinding for me, but it's just who I am. That's all. And like, in other words, there's nothing wrong with any of them or bad. Like, as a matter of fact, they're phenomenal. People love them. They connect there. They get their tribes there. They like all types of stuff. It's fantastic for so many, but it's not my thing. And, you know, and I've always been told, no, you got to find your group. You got to find your thing. And I want to. Boy, do I want to. And yet doing it that way that everybody suggests is so grinding to me. And so they kind of showed me the same way with like friends, and like why I like what I do that way as well, where it was very similar to the work thing, where it's like you like authentic people who are doing them and loving themselves and have a vision for themselves and are in like doing something different than you, a different field than you, a different whatever than you, because you've also noticed people tend to compete with me. I don't know why. It's like everybody, I think it's just something in a lot of people to like up the ante, or like, it's not friendly competing. It's like it quickly becomes, oh, I know better. No, I know better. No, I know better. And it's just like, okay, you win. Like, I'm not looking to, like, that's not enjoyable for me. And so, it's like I'm looking to grow and expand, not fight and bicker and argue. And what is it? It's like, yet when you're around people who like don't have a mission, don't have a goal, don't have a focus, don't have a desire, don't have anything, it quickly becomes draining on you. And they end up wanting to become you too. Like, that's annoying too. It's like, oh, okay, it's like they'll start seeking outside themselves, right? This is what ends up happening. This is why it's so important to love yourself, focus on yourself, figure yourself out, do what you enjoy, follow those inclinations, follow those nudges. Because the more you do, and the more you truly decide, and the more you stay present, and the more you're conscious, and the more you're aware, and the more you're thinking for yourself, so you can decide for yourself earnestly without any get on the outside, the more it's like get aligned with your path, right? Like, that's a good way to say it. Or like get on your way, or stay in your lane, or like, you know, all the ways people say, more or less, you'll be happy, right? Because you'll be doing what really is truly for you and what makes you happy. And so it was something all around all of this, but it was that idea where I enjoy other authentic people, but I also enjoy other authentic people who are doing like authentically them that is different than me. That's why I like different so much. Like let's just do something like if I was friends, like, I just don't know how else to say it better than that. Hopefully you heard it. It's just the idea of like say I was a designer, right? But then all my friends were designers. Like all my close friends that I hung out with all the time. It quickly, somebody somewhere in the group is likely to quickly become competitive or manipulative, or feel like they're lesser or greater, or like, do you see how it's like all those dynamics start to play out because you inevitably start to compare, compete, get jealous, get envious. Like all these things can slip and slide with people, even if they're authentic, like even if you all genuinely connected, inevitably that, you know, somebody isn't fully loving themselves and focused on their own lane. And so somewhere, someone, somehow starts letting those lower energies in, and it just disrupts the entire group, the whole dynamic, because it's like it'll feast on everyone. It'll go through everyone, because then everybody starts to go, yeah, they are getting jealous or angry. And then you start to gossip, and then it just becomes this like monster that can tear everything down. And this is why it's also hard, because sometimes you're like, Oh, so then it was all fake? It was all built on faulty foundation? Not necessarily. It's just somebody stopped loving themselves along the way, or they took a spill and didn't get back up, or whatever the case is. And it's that idea of the domino effect where you can take everybody down, or you can sidestep it and love yourself so much that you're like, I love you guys, but I'm getting out of the domino line. So love you, bye. This idea, which a lot of people, might not be strong enough to do so, like to jump out of the domino line. They're like, I just guess we're all going down. Hopefully we'll all help each other back up, but that very rarely happens. And in any case, because I feel like I know there's other people out there who have these same, concerns, worries, things like I do. And I loved how they showed that, where just like everybody has a role in a company, you don't normally need, it's like, I was going to say 2 lawyers, but not that you don't, but like you can have a whole team of lawyers, but it's like, that's that division. And then, the finance and this and this and this and this and this. It's like everybody has their place, and it's all for the greater good, right? It's all for a common goal versus having all designers and they're all out for themselves. And there is no common goal. Everybody has their own designer line and they're all friends. Inevitably, you're going to start competing. Oh, so-and-so did better, and so did this, and so did that. Oh, what the hell have I done? Oh, am I good enough? It's like you can lie to yourself or get in your head, or others can get in your head, or it quickly spreads that way, where maybe I shouldn't even put this out, because I'm like, not that I want you to like sidestep. It's just be more aware, right? Like if you've constantly gotten yourself in those kind of dynamics and you're constantly seeking out this kind of thing where you're like finding your group, but you keep going into groups where it's all doing the same thing, and then all that stuff happens. This is why you have to be careful and conscious and aware all the time. But it's really more about staying aligned with you is really the only task at hand, because then you can be the domino who jumps out when it's like, look, this went south, love you all, but I love me more. I'm not going to keep going down with the group, And so it's that idea of just stay aligned with oneself. But I liked the explanation and the visual of everybody having their role and everybody focused on the greater good versus the individual at hand. Because as soon as we do that, as soon as we start to, this is why it's like you got to be careful with those words, right? The selfish and all this stuff, where it's like, well, technically it's selfish because you're doing what you love and feels good for you. You're making sure that you're the lawyer or the finance person or the whatever, because that's what you love. So that's selfish. But it's selfless when you're doing your thing and you're loving it, and you're not looking to do it to please anybody else or be better than anybody else or compete with anybody else. And then you're doing it for the greater good of the goal of the company is, okay, here you get to be the finance guy and this is our goal, right? Like, do you hear that difference? I think it's pretty obvious, yeah. I just liked it. It felt good. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.